Hey, what's up? It's been a while since I've been in this room looking nice. Actually, the RAs made some updates to it. You know how they have some paintings, they have some lights. It's basically like a relaxation room, so it's been really cool to see that come together. But yeah, let's get into it. So, a couple things. I was thinking of announcing all of these things periodically throughout the next week, so I have stuff to talk about. I have to think about stuff on the in the last minute prior to the episode. But I think it's just better to challenge myself more. So first off, um, Prod Hacks, the opening ceremony was today, but I came late to that because there's also another cool thing happening, which is that I might do a TEDx talk because we have another student speaker conference coming up. So I might do a TEDx talk if I can find a topic that I want to talk about. So we'll see how that goes. Now, in terms of Prod Hacks, um, I might join this team called Lumi. Really cool stuff. Um, I don't want to talk about the product. I have to like make sure how much of it can be disclosed as of this time. But that's something really cool. Got to hang out at CMU for the day, working with my brother, just working on some stuff. And that goes into the third thing. In terms of my Green Path, I don't know what the official name is for some reason. But the future I've been talking about where we kind of assess what upgrades are the most viable for your housing facility, your apartment, wherever it is. The features are going well. The API stuff are working now. Um, and honestly, I was really scared for a moment because like I was looking at how like to get all done. I was looking at other websites and seeing like their documentation of how they did. I was like, nah, that's crazy. Because I know there was I'm forgetting the term, I'm forgetting the technical term, but one of the ways the way Rewind America does it, the API we're using, they basically run these. There's this I think it's the EPA or EIPA, whatever it is. They basically have around like 500,000 homes, which are which are meant to be similar in a sense to every American home there is, right? So then, based on the information you give Rewind America, it basically connects you to the model that's the most similar, and from that, they're able to track how much an upgrade would affect, how much you could save through an upgrade. So really cool stuff. I was looking at actually like doing those stuff by myself without using the API. I was like, nah. Now I figured out how to use the API, and then that's going great. What I'm working on now is trying to get the incentives API embedded into the website, or at least build the foundation of the incentives API. It shouldn't be too hard. I'm just having like some confusing parts here and there, but I'm really happy with that. I think the coolest part about coding for me, one of the coolest parts at least, is just like those moments where you like you can do stuff. Like at times I'll be looking at certain stuff, I'm just like, dang, I can't do this at the level I am now. That I'll just get it done. I'm just like, dang. Albeit I have to be honest, I won't say a lot of it's ChatGPT, but I think actually to that, I won't say like the way I use ChatGPT is more so like if you're writing a bunch of classes and they're really familiar, I'm just gonna get ChatGPT if like do like the template because I don't want to like spend all the time writing that. So that's kind of how I use ChatGPT. If I have the design down in my head, say okay, ChatGPT, get me do the code like the base stuff for me that I can actually start editing it from there. Um, I think that's actually a good use case for it. I don't think you should rely too much on it, but I don't feel like I want to write like if I have to write a bunch of for loops, which means I'm probably doing something wrong. But if I do have to write a bunch of for loops for some reason, um, I don't want to do that. Like if I can tell ChatGPT do that for me, I think it's a good use of my time. So that's what I kind of did here. Got some stuff done. I'm really annoyed with ChatGPT though because it doesn't like hard coding my API and API keys. And for those who don't know, API key is basically it allows you to call um can't even explain it. It allows you to call the so an API as a application platform interface. I feel like I got the A wrong, but that basically so let's say like there's some mother code and the mother code runs stuff on their servers, and then the API allows you to call the result of the stuff you wanted them to run on their servers. I think that might be a good way to explain it. So to do that, you need an API key to know so the mother server or the mother code knows it's Dalu calling her, right? But the thing with ChatGPT is that it doesn't like to hard code my APIs when I give them my code to edit. And then it's like it's cause I have to always like copy and paste. That's a really annoying thing. I know it's not that big of a deal, but it's just like it's been because in reality it's not a good practice to hard code your APIs. Especially when you're sharing it with a repository because you don't want anyone to gain access to your API, your API key at least. I remember there was one time no one gained access to my API key, but I was working for this one class. I was working on using Google Maps API to basically just find the neighborhoods of all these addresses, and then I didn't know that it cost money, so I did it enough times Like I think it was like hundreds of thousands of addresses. And then after I was done, I just enjoyed my day. I think a day later, Google charged me $100 and I was freaking out. Then I had to talk to them. I had to do like a whole apology thing. I had to explain how I'm going to change. It's actually really weird. I had to explain how I was going to change my code in the future, why I thought, like what I thought went wrong. It's a really weird refund policy or practice to get a refund from using Google's API thing. But that was the story, at least. But yeah, stuff are going well. I think this next week is really just gonna be focused on studying for midterms because I have one at the end of this week and I have two beginning and mid of the week following. So it's just gonna be studying on midterms and just building stuff, which I think is gonna be really cool after a really hectic week of just trying to get a bunch of stuff done. But yeah, besides that though, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.